What he does not go over is the UAP hearing. He does not even mention it, not even a snip. Doesn't even look over and say, "Oh yeah, there was that Lue Elizondo thing happened." And we have kind of half of ufology just losing their shit, laughing at Lue Elizondo. The other half kind of sort of embarrassingly looking at the camera, apologizing for him. Welcome back. Trickle on in. Thanks for being with me today. Great work, team. Appreciate all your efforts. Everybody, make sure to check out all the links down in your breadbasket. We got everything down there. We always do. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends. Come find me, x.com/shotdownmine. We will definitely do the thing. This week we get started with Ross Coulthart. Questions and answered. Reality check. He goes over Immaculate, Constellation, the Age of Disclosure, Mormons as the gatekeepers of ufology, inside the project. A couple other topics. What he does not go over is the UAP hearing. He does not even mention it, not even a snip. Doesn't even look over and say, "Oh yeah, there was that Lue Elizondo thing happened." Immaculate, Constellation, UFO whistleblower goes public. Weaponized, episode number 74, part 1. So George Knapp, Jeremy Corbell, they got their newest whistleblower, who actually seems to be a guy with a whistle who's blowing it. It's a government insider who has come out with actual new info that we didn't know about before. Maybe he's lying, maybe he's mistaken. Seems to be kind of a credible guy, so you could still... I don't think he's lying. The debunkers on UFO Twitter, they have decided that what he found was a war game, which war games are always kind of like fictional scenarios, and he has mistaken it for UFOs and aliens for real. Richard Dolan, intelligence disclosure, 3 UAP bombshells. He gets into the details on Immaculate, Constellation, goes over Hal Putoff's interview with Joe Rogan, and gives all of his comments on the congressional UAP hearing. And he goes through it by speaker, and does not forget to mention Lue Elizondo and his irrigation circle video. And then we have the UAP hearing 2025. Representatives Luna, Burleson, Burchett, and they've got Elizondo, they've got Chris Mellon, they've got Eric Davis, they've got Kirk McConnell, and they have Avi Loeb. And do we miss somebody? We might have. In the end, it's kind of like poor Avi Loeb who gets the shitty end of the stick as Lue Elizondo holds up a ridiculous picture of a farmer's field, an irrigation circle that he then claims is a 1,000-foot diameter lenticular circular object that is then, within, you could say within hours, it was probably within minutes, was debunked on the internet just as absolute nonsense. And then we don't get anything else in ufology all week because of this clown, because of the buffoonery that we decided it is. Chris Mellon says we probably don't have any crash retrievals, or maybe we don't. Avi Loeb gives the same presentation that he's probably been given for the last couple months, and he's asking for $1 billion to go chase down Mumu or look for more UFO things in the Pacific Ocean. Eric Davis tries to explain quantum physics, fails, gets corrected by Avi, and then gives us this face right here. Corrected by Avi Loeb live in front of the entire world. Where's that? There it is. That's right. When Avi says, "You're just speculating." And then he goes on to explain that there's 4 races of aliens that are visiting Earth. Kirk McConnell, probably the biggest throwaway guest on anything UFO related in such a long time. I guess that's it. Afterwards, Lue Elizondo, he gives a Twitter post saying I didn't do anything wrong, and then the next day he makes this 7-minute video saying, "Hey, I'm real sorry for not vetting it, and also for not not saying sorry earlier, and for exposing the pilot." We have kind of two sides of the reaction here. The first one is exemplified by the sneezing monkey, as he just loses his shit and LOLs live during the actual presentation. And then that's what, I guess you could say half. You could be generous and say only about half the people are just losing their shit laughing out loud at this. It's not really the other half, but most of the other half is kind of doing what Vetted is doing here and saying, well, yeah, that wasn't a good look, bro, but moving on. Ross Coulthart, like I said, has avoided the UAP hearing topic entirely this week, including his Sunday morning questions and answers. But what he did get us was this really amazing Jacques Vallee interview, which, like I said, think what you want about Ross Coulthart, but this is a great Jacques Vallee interview. And we followed it all and finished it all up with Polarity doing Dr. Jonathan Reed's 1996 alien encounter, where his dog gets ripped in half, and he bashes the alien over the head, wraps him up in a tarp, takes him home, stuffs him in his freezer, takes his wrist bracelet off, goes on television to teleport and talk to the source. And there you go. That's ufology for you this week, folks. Ross Coulthart, Jeremy Corbell, George Knapp, Weaponized, Richard Dolan, Lue Elizondo, Chris Mellon, Avi Loeb, Eric Davis, Kirk McConnell. Two Avi Loebs in there for some reason. Lue Elizondo apologizing for blocking Kelly Chase for asking him questions. And we have kind of half of ufology just losing their shit laughing at Lue Elizondo. The other half kind of sort of embarrassingly looking at the camera and apologizing for him, for his mistake, for him being fooled, for him being a buffoon, and despite his expertise, doing such a silly, ridiculous thing in front of the entire world in Congress. Jacques Vallee in a great interview with Ross Coulthart, only an hour. You shouldn't miss that one. And then Polarity bring it all up with the connecting the dots in the modern ufology. Thanks again, everyone.